Hi. So I've said before that my name is Brittany, and I'm here to say that I am not from a perfect family. I am Christian, and a lot of people I've noticed that aren't Christian have an idea of what a Christian is. I am here to say that Christians are definitely not perfect. I mean, if we look at the Bible and how Jesus, his heritage, his family lineage was very filled with a lot of broken families. For instance, like for him in general, he had a stepfather. Joseph was a stepfather and Mary was his mother. And I was thinking, like, I never thought about that Jesus's dad was a stepdad. And I was thinking, like, wow, Jesus is a really great example that there's no such thing as the perfect family. And yet still, like, God still wants to use us no matter what circumstances we come from, no matter where we come from, no matter who we are. And another example that I really like from the Bible, before I talk about myself, is Ruth. Oh my God, I love the story of Ruth and how she came from a family where they celebrated different types of heritage before she started seeking God. And then she went with Naomi. She went with Naomi to Naomi's land, and she left everything behind because she wanted what Naomi had. Because Naomi gave her the example. Naomi never told her, come follow me. Naomi literally told her, go back to your family, go back to your city, go back to the people that you know. And Ruth was like, I want to follow you. I want what you have, because she was a good example. And something about being the Christian life is we don't tell people to become Christian. Something that I really admire about my parents, that they're both pastors, but they never forced me to be Christian. They even teach us at church to teach the children and the youth, don't force the kids to come to church. Show the example. Show them why is it following the Christian life is a good example. Because number one, I noticed that the Bible says the greatest commandment that Jesus told his disciples is first love God and then love others as we love ourselves. If you can't do everything else, just do those two things. And I noticed love is definitely the big key that Jesus wanted to leave us as being Christian. Love, to love others, to not judge others. Actually, it's a sin to judge others. In the Bible, it says if you judge others, you are in the zone to actually be judged. And that's something that I definitely don't want. I don't want people to judge me because I'm like, I'm not perfect. Nobody is perfect. Least of all me. Least of all Christians, leaders, pastors. Like I said, my parents are pastors. You know, guess what? Like, your teachers aren't teachers 24/7 a day. You know, when I was little, I used to think that my teacher was living in school until I saw my teacher in my house one day talking to my mom and being friends with her, and I was like, why are you here? Why are you here? Why aren't you at school? And that's when it clicked. Oh, you don't live at school. You have a life. You're a mom. You're a daughter. You're a friend. And this is the same thing with pastors. Pastors are pastors. They're there to lead by example, but they're not there to be a god. They're not there to be put in a pedestal. I'm a youth pastor. Please don't put me on a pedestal because one thing that I just want to live the Christian life. I do my best to seek the Lord. And the point is never to give up, because we all go through trials and tribulations. We all go through tests. But guess what? You know, I know this sucks to hear, but the Bible actually says if you're going through trials and tribulations, if you're going through bad things, it's actually a good thing, because it makes you stronger, because it makes you wiser, because it's the same thing as trying to go and get a job, and you're going to end up working your butt off to go get that job. You can't just get that job automatically like that. You have to be qualified. You have to go through internship. You have to go through experience. You have to give it's faith comes by action. You know, it's not just, you know, I'm living the Christian life and now I'm holy because I accepted Christ. No, Jesus makes me holy because he opened the door for me to go to the Father. That's what makes me holy. I can go to God for help, for strength, for peace, for joy. And I thank the Lord that Jesus is in my life, because he's the door. In the Bible, it says he's the door to the Father. He's the door to the way, the truth, and the life. And that's why I'm grateful to be Christian. That's just me. You know, no one's here to force anyone to be Christian. But it's just like me telling you about chocolate, and if you never tried chocolate, then I say don't judge it because you've never tried it. And not everyone likes chocolate. That's up to you. That's your choice. And just like it's my choice to go and follow Jesus. So I'm just here to state that as someone that loves the Lord, someone that loves love in general, because then the Bible says that God is love. And when you learn about agape love, and like I said, when you eat chocolate, experience it yourself. Test out God yourself. All right, so God bless you. And I pray, this is one last thing that I do. I pray that if you give God a chance, that God will answer you right away. And something that I'm learning right now is that it has a lot to do between the personal, rather than just the example. It's between you and God. I met a woman once that said, like, I think we should have more prayer time. I think we should have more classes. I think we should have more. And that's when I realized, like, okay, you're putting a lot of pressure on the teacher. Like, the teacher's just a human. We have to seek God daily. And the Bible says, seek God day and night. Pray day and night. This is not like a religious thing, because I'm not religious. I am 100% relationship with God. I'm not the kind of person that says, like, okay, we're going to have prayer time every single day for about 24 hours. Just you doing that every day. No, I know we have a job, we have family, we have things to do, but I do believe that we have to have a one-on-one personal time with God, at least 15 minutes, for goodness sake. Like, that's just me though, because I have my own prayer time. Like, I don't have time to go to church with everybody else when they're praying. Who's kind of hot in here? I'm in my car waiting for Bible study, but I'm glad I found my own prayer time. I like to pray at my midnight, me and God, just me and God. And when I do pray in Bible study when I'm at church right now. And everything in its own time. So I just pray that you give God a chance. And I pray that you just be yourself. God